Welcome back. Well, in the near term, milder conditions and some showers in the forecast over the next several days. Big story is going to be a winter storm that takes shape going into this weekend. So let's take a look at it and look at the water vapor at first here so we can kind of set things up. And we have a pretty busy subtropical jet stream that is pouring moisture into the Pac Northwest right now. That is going to start shifting eastward. And in the near term, here's the moisture, a little bit of an upper level low here, shooting moisture at us from the Pacific, but this is going to be the main feeder of what looks to be a major winter storm for a good part of the South, from Texas all the way to the Carolinas. We'll show you that in just a bit. Meanwhile, right now, still under the influence of weak high pressure, but it's pushing away, and we're starting to see the high clouds coming in. As this low pressure system gets cranked up, we're going to see southeasterly winds and thus milder conditions. Overnight tonight, upper 40s to lower 50s. In fact, temperatures may rise a little bit toward daybreak. Plenty of clouds out there, so much different than the 30s we've seen over the last several nights, and even upper 20s. And then going into tomorrow afternoon, scattered showers. Don't think we're going to see any thunderstorm activity, but a few downpours out there. Activity scattered in nature. Temperatures tomorrow topping out in the 60s. We stay in the 60s probably tomorrow night through Thursday. Maybe a shower or two, but what we'll be watching is this Arctic air mass as it works its way southward. Graph model only gets us to Friday at noon, so we'll see what comes behind that. And the question is, when will that cold air get here? How much of that colder air will get here while rain begins to initiate as we head into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening? We have high rain chances. It will be colder to the north. At this time, notice the Euro model has us about 40, but at the same time, the GFS model has us down in the upper 20s. So if that is the case, and cold air is very hard to model, if that's the case, we're going to have an ice storm. Right now, we're just on the edge of what could be potentially a very bad ice storm that's going to be horrible across the I-20 corridor, and that ice continuing Sunday afternoon, tapering Sunday later afternoon, evening, maybe with a snow flurry on the tail end, and then bitterly cold temperatures getting down into the lower 20s, wind chills in the teens, and we stay cold for a while. So whatever ice falls off to the north of us is going to be there. And look at this. When you're forecasting, looking at 1 or 2 inches of ice, this shuts everything down. Trees go down, power lines go down, and of course travel is impossible. Now notice in Lafayette, or Lafayette on northward, we see maybe some accumulation. That would occur mainly on Sunday, so we'll have to watch for potential hazardous travel in central Louisiana, and then certainly off to the north. Notice Houston not quite in the mix like we are, so we'll have to watch that for travel issues alone. Now here's the latest GFS model, also indicating maybe icy conditions developing more so on Sunday. 1/10 of an inch is not too bad, or anything less than that, but when you get into the 1/4 inch range, that's when bridges and overpasses begin to ice over and become treacherous, so we'll have to watch that. Look at the snowfall. The Euro here showing and so is the GFS for that matter, showing 1 to 2 feet of snow from eastern Oklahoma through Arkansas and then all the way through the Carolinas and Virginia as well. When is this all going to occur? Well, it's going to be mainly Saturday night into Sunday morning. Right now, we're in an enhanced or moderate risk for rain that could change over to freezing rain, a moderate risk for bridges and overpasses that could ice down the road, maybe a flurry as we finish it off Sunday, but sub-freezing temperatures start Saturday night and may last a few days. We can't plan on those temperatures getting above the freezing mark on Sunday, and may be hard on Monday as well. But in the near term tonight, we're going to be milder, but with southeasterly winds and a little bit of a breeze, that damp factor is going to come up, and it's going to start to feel just a little damp and a little yucky out there. Then for tomorrow, 68 the high with mostly cloudy skies, breezy southerly winds at about 10 to 15, scattered showers from time to time, rain chances at about 50%, especially for the afternoon hours. Still some showers Thursday, perhaps Friday, overcast skies. Then this weekend, 90% chance of rain developing late Saturday night, with the rain maybe changing over to freezing rain. We have that ice storm potential, so we'll watch that and call it an alert day for now. And then the coldest stretch of weather so far this winter, and probably for the winter, will be coming up this weekend and lasting through much of next week. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up in just a little bit.